Alright, in this video I'll show you how to write simple chord progressions and we'll turn it into this. The goal is to make chord progressions that reflect specific moods like happy mood, sad mood, suspenseful and more. So let's dive right into it. Alright, let's begin with happy progression. We'll be working with the major key, C major to be precise. And we'll be using the 1, 4, 5 chords in the major scale because these are the major chords, which are happy chords. So combining the 1, 4, 5 chords in any given order that you like would instantly sound happy. So let's do the 4, 5, 1 and then we can end it on the 4th degree. Alright, to add some variation, you may want to revoice or invert the last chord. So this is the 4, 5, 1, 4 progression in its basic form. Now what we can do to extract all the happy emotions out of this progression, I'll give you 5 basic steps. Step 1 is to change the rhythm. We can do Alt plus U to chop it up. Shorten the note for staccato feel. Step 2, sound selection. Alright, you can have a happy progression, but if you use a dull or laid back sound, it will evoke different emotions than the happy feel you intend to create. Alright, so we'll select an energetic sound. Let's replace this piano with a string. We are still getting there, so step 3, let's add a bass line. So with the bass line, we just follow the root note of the progression, and then we add some simple groove to it. Sounds great. Step 4, we can add some drone-like sound, anything ambient, a pad-like sound to add some air of mysteries to the top end. Last but not the least, step 5, we add a simple piano riff. And together with the drums, this is the happy, joyful feelings that it brings out. I know you want to dance already. So essentially, choosing the major chords in any given scale. So with the natural minor scale, the 3, 6, 7 are the major chords. Alright, the key is the more energy you put into your rhythm choices and selecting more energetic sound, the more happier your progression will be. Alright, let me show you. So we are in the minor scale, yeah? This is the 6-3 progression. Let's make a simple melody. To juice out all the sweet sauce, we can invert notes or revoice it. This sounds nice. Now let's add an energetic repetitive pattern. By the way, I'm using a muted guitar from Electric Guitar Soundburst. Now we can add some guitar slide effect at the end. And together, all sounds like this. This sounds nice, so next up, let's do sad progressions. Quite often, you've been told that to make sad or moody progression, you should stick to the minor scale. But there's a secret to making sad progressions with any given scale. Well, here's the A major scale. I'll make a progression in this scale that sounds sad, and this comes from a popular song, but I'll tell you in a minute. If you follow this step, you'll get to a sad, moody progression. So step 1 is to combine both the major and minor chords in the progression. Here's the 1, 3, 6, 4 progression. To get all the sad emotions out of this progression, mostly don't resolve your progression. What I mean by that is, don't end your progression on the tonic first. Just keep it suspended as it keeps the progression moody. So with this progression, we are ending on the 4th degree, which is unsettled, and it gives all this moody sad vibe. For example, if we end the progression on the tonic first, So all the intent of making the progression sad changes. Now the progression sounds more hopeful because it's more stable. By the way, this same progression was used in Adele's Someone Like You, but it was arpeggiated like this. Alright, so now we have this knowledge. To make sad progression, we just combine the major and minor chords and we don't resolve the progression, yeah? Let's use that idea to make a sad progression of our own. Let's do the G major key. This is the 1-3 progression in its basic form. Now we can revoice it by raising the third up an octave and duplicating the root note up an octave too. This gets the progression into a moody mode. Like I mentioned before, arpeggios create nice melodic rhythm, so let's arpeggiate the chords. This sounds nice. Let's further break the chords down into this pattern. Now we can add non-chord notes for color and tension. This already set the mood, but we can add a little extra sauce. Let's add a counter melody. Another counter melody. A pad, and then a percussion loop. Now you have this sad vibe. Alright, let's do another one, but this time we'll work in the minor key. Let's do the A minor. This is the 1-7-6 progression in its basic form. To get all the sad mood out, I'd like to raise the third, that's the middle note, up an octave, and then we duplicate the root note for a thicker sound. Now we can add some top notes. Now with sad piano melody, we can make the melody soft by adding reverb or any stereo imaging plugin to widen the sound. And lastly, we can add some vocal sample. Now let's make a dark or a hunting progression. For the dark fill, we can just use a minor chord. Just one chord, yes, you can use just one chord for a progression. And we can add tension by suspending the other chords. So we go from the minor chord to a suspended chord. That's a sus2 chord. Now we can add a pedal tone. Pedal tones are consistent notes that runs throughout the progression and glue it together. And at the end, we can add some variation. Now do you hear all that tension and hunting vibes that comes with the progression? Well, to get the best dark vibe out of the progression, we can add a simple counter melody. And then we half time it, or we just half speed it. From here, you can mess around and reverse the sample and resample it. Now we can live with this dark or hunting vibe. Next up, this progression is tense and suspenseful. The goal is to keep the progression unresolved as it becomes unsettled and tense. So this is the 1-5-6-7 progression in the A minor scale. We add a pedal tone to glue the progression together and a passing note. Now to get the most suspense out of this progression, sound selection is very important. Let's layer the progression with different instruments. This key is from Electra X. A swelling part, and then a growling bass. And all together, it sounds like this. So we can conclude that to make happy progressions, use the major chords in a given scale, and it depends on the energetic sound that you choose. In addition, add energy to your rhythm choices, also to bring out the happy emotions. The opposite is true for a sad progression. So with the sad progression, we use a mix of a major and minor chord in the progression, soft sound or laid back rhythms with space. And lastly, to keep a progression mysterious, just keep it going without resolving it. So that will do it for this video. If you made it up until this point in this video, I really do appreciate you very much. You know, I needed you more than you could ever imagine. And if you like the video, hit the like button, subscribe, and leave your thoughts in the comments. And also, if you dislike this video, double hit the dislike button just to be sure. Like always, thanks for watching and see you in the next one.